Hello, everyone. We are back, and you are watching No Stone Unturned. And I have a very special guest in the building with me today. We have an African American author right here from Baton Rouge who came to sit down with us, Miss Courtney Weaver.
Thank y'all so much for having me on today. I'm excited.
I'm so happy that you came.
Thank you.
First off, let me congratulate you because female Black author is huge, especially from the capital city right here. We need more of you, and we're happy that you're doing what you're doing. So congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about the book, shall we?
Right.
What was the title of the first book?
So the title of the first book is called Infidelity, a Baton Rouge Story by Courtney Weaver. You can purchase Infidelity, a Baton Rouge Story by Courtney Weaver on Amazon.
Okay.
I am trying to branch out, Barnes and Noble, etc. But right now I'm on Amazon.
That's what's up. Infidelity, a Baton Rouge story?
Yes.
Girl, come on with it. Now, first of all, that could be so many things.
Yes, it could.
But for you to incorporate the city in your book, what made you want to do that?
So I'm from Baton Rouge, was born and raised in Baton Rouge. I grew up in Glen Oaks. So, you don't hear of a lot of people from Glen Oaks doing a lot of different things.
That is
and
true.
I wanted to be one of the persons to be like, look, this is why I grew up. It was rough, but I want to talk about it, So
And put it out there.
put it out there.
Infidelity, a Baton Rouge story. Where did that come about?
So when I first came up with the name Infidelity, a Baton Rouge Story, I was in a situationship called marriage. Everything was beautiful in the beginning. Roses, petals, etc. As the marriage went on, the marriage got rougher. So I was thinking about, like anybody else who's going through a hardship, what can I do to make my marriage better? So thinking about other men, of course,
Yes,
it was on my mind. So that's why I came up with the title. I didn't cheat during my marriage, but I thought about it,
And you wrote it down.
And I wrote it down.
How did your husband receive it? Did he know that you wanted to write about this? Tell me how that happened.
So in the beginning, I actually came up with the title of the book and the first chapter of the book after I wrote chapters 2 through 9.
Okay.
So the title was the last thing. He did know that I was writing a book. He did not know what the book was about.
I gotcha.
But I did start to discuss it with him the further I got into it, because I wanted, I respected my husband. I respected my marriage. I didn't want to do anything to go against it.
Gotcha.
So he had his doubts about it, but he told me, go for it.
Okay. So his okaying the book made you feel more comfortable to write about it. So I want to ask you this as well. So Infidelity, it is a erotic book.
It's very erotic, very explicit. Anything you can talk about doing sexually to a man, I'm talking about it. So I'm talking about sucking penis, getting your vagina ate from the back to side, whichever way you want to get it ate from, and however you want to suck penis. It's being talked about in the book.
I'm grateful that you are open about talking about sexuality, because a lot of times in the Black community, we don't do that, don't talk about that. But when we're exposed to it, now we're ignorant to it.
Right.
When I don't want my daughter to be ignorant to anything sexual.
Right.
I want to tell her. I don't want her friends to tell her. I want to be the one to tell her how it goes. This is what you're going to have to do, all of these other things. So because you were fluent in your book with sexuality, how did your husband take that?
So it wasn't a problem, like I stated, until the book was published. So once the book was published, it was like, the streets telling me this, and the streets telling me that, and you cheating on me. So when it was, I'm writing a book, this is what I want to do, these are my dreams, aspirations, goals, it wasn't a problem, because I think he figured like, oh, she's not going to do it. So when I did it and it started selling and people started coming to him, that's when the problem came about.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the thing about a Baton Rouge story.
That's exactly.
It's going to get around.
For real, it's going to get around fast.
And then once he saw the title of the book was Infidelity.
Right.
Did that make things hard?
It did. It made things hard and it made things worse because, like I said, he was receiving information from the streets versus reading the book, seeing that the book is fictional. You know, because I'm a full-time employee. I'm a full-time mother. So the things I was discussing in the book is no way I'm going to have time to do all this, go to work, come home, be a wife, be a mom. You know, it's just impossible. So, yeah, I wish he would have read the book in its entirety before listening to the streets because maybe, you know, I wouldn't be in a situation called divorce now. But, you know, it is what it is. A lot of people kind of try to dim your light. I'm going to say that. And it be the people closest to you.
You better tell it.
So I'm glad that I was able to get out of the situation. So I was able to work on my second book.
Was the book, do you believe, the reason for your divorce, or was it other underlying issues? But the book was just a way. Yeah, the
book was the final, like, this your copy. I mean, this is your sealed approval that you about to get a divorce now. Yeah. But it was other underlying issues. You know, I'm the type of person, I'm forward. So if I want you, I'm gonna tell you I want you. I don't. You know, no, that don't scare me at all. No, it's just gonna be a harder, you know, destination to my journey, but it's not an end to the journey. So I mean, no, just giving me competition. Okay. So me and my husband kind of moved too fast. You know, we started dating, we moved in week 2, had babies, got married, and you know, so I feel like it was other underlying issues. We kind of fell out of love with each other, you know?
Understand. So now we're on Infidelity 2.
Infidelity 2.
So when Infidelity 2 came out, were you divorced by this time? Were you separated? What was going on? And what gave you the confidence to write Infidelity 2? Because if Infidelity 1 caused so many issues, what gave you the confidence to write a second Infidelity?
So when Infidelity 2 came about, I was not divorced, but I was separated. So when I published the book, I was divorced. Okay. Because he was trying to come after the assets from my book. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till we, you know, just finalize. Yes. For me to publish the book. So once we got a divorce, I published the book, but I started writing the book during the separation. And Infidelity and Infidelity 2 are both fictional books. Okay. But a lot of real life situations are discussed in Infidelity 2. Yeah.
Was writing Infidelity 2 a way to kind of cope with what you were going through, cope with the divorce, the separation, and all of the things that came with it?
Yeah, it was. It was like a escape from reality, you know. So.
Infidelity, tell me about some of the characters in there.
Okay, so Infidelity, a Baton Rouge story, which is the first book. We have Janae, Taiwan, Giovanni, and Kenneth. So Taiwan and Janae are a couple. They're exclusive. Taiwan is basically in and out of prison. She meets Giovanni via Facebook, and on my book, you're gonna see I talk about Facebook and Instagram a lot because that's what we own now, the social media hype. Right. So she meets Giovanni through Facebook. And their relationship starts there. Kenneth, she meets him in a weird way in Glen Oaks. So I grew up in Glen Oaks on Vineyard, so you're gonna see Vineyard drive a lot, and basically Kenneth is a character who's based on a real person from Glen Oaks who I knew. So
I love the way you incorporated the city in your book. It makes it real.
It do.
It makes it so real that it was hard for your husband not to believe that it wasn't real. Right. And I like that. I like the fact that you incorporate what you know. You know, a lot of writers, that's what they do. Those New York writers, those LA writers, they incorporate where they came from and how they grew up. So to know that that's in your book is exciting.
It is.
It makes it a good read.
And then I make it real spicy, like.
Yeah. So let's play a game.
Okay. Let's play a game.
I'm going to call out a word. Okay. And you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Perfect.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
First word, head.
Sloppy.
Okay. Second word, stop. It just took me all the way out left. Okay, second word, doggy style.
Missionary.
Okay, last word, infidelity.
Infidelity. So with infidelity, I'ma describe it as you want to be, if you're in a relationship, situationship, etc., you want to be complacent and comfortable with your partner as far as communication and loyalty. But you don't want to get too complacent. You don't want to get too comfortable because somebody's mind gonna start to wonder. So infidelity, I would describe it as a must if things aren't right in your relationship.
Wow. Okay, that was good. That was good. What would you tell someone right now who's unhappy in their situation and contemplating, like, I feel like I'm gonna step out?
To be honest with you, I feel like having open communication with your partner is important. So if I want to cheat, I'm gonna let you know I want to cheat. It's up to them to, receive it how they want to receive it. But I feel like you should always have an open line of communication, and you should also explain why I want to cheat. Like, I want to cheat on you because you don't have sex with me like you used to. You used to call me mommy in the bed, and now you just have sex with me and roll over and go to sleep. It's not as spontaneous as it used to be. I feel like I'm a side piece in a marriage or in a situation that me and you supposed to be together. So always be honest with your partner, because it's Baton Rouge and we living in 2024 now. People killing behind vagina and penis. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be honest, and like I said, it's up to them to receive it how they want to receive it.
That's right.
But don't get comfortable. If you gotta step out, but stay out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be back and forth. Because I work in the medical field, and I see a lot of people who cheat, who come home, get a wife something or get a girlfriend something. So it's a lot of stuff that go behind it.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it don't make sense for you to be stressed and losing weight, hair, teeth, etc. behind a person who gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day as well.
Do you feel that now, do you grieve your marriage sometimes, or do you feel like, maybe if I wouldn't have wrote the book, do you ever regrets? Do you have any?
To be honest with you, I don't have any regrets.
That's right.
Because my biological daddy once told me, like, whatever situation you go through, make sure it's worth talking about. Like, if it's not worth talking about, it's not worth experiencing it. And I stand firm on it.
That's a word. That's a word.
I believe in it. So I don't regret the marriage. The only thing I miss about being married is having at-home dick. So it's like I gotta call somebody and be like,
talk about the struggle.
I'm horny. You want to come do something right quick?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I miss. But like, I feel like I was a single parent in my marriage, which I am a single parent now, so that's not new to me. I went to work, came home. So everything that I was doing in the marriage, I'm doing now.
That's right.
But I just don't have the dick next to me, when I want it.
The in-house.
So yeah.
I'm so glad that you came to know Stone Unturned. Thank you for your transparency.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the book. Thank you for doing it for the city, too. Because you could have wrote about anything, but you made it about home. So thank you so much. Please tell the people where they can find you, find your book, your social media. Give it to them.
So my social media, Instagram is _dirtyred225, dirty DIRTYRED225 _. My social media as far as Facebook is Courtney Weaver Winters, and that's it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna leave with one question.
Okay.
We talking about sex now.
Right.
What's your favorite position?
So my favorite position is missionary. Love it.
Why?
Because I want you to see me. I want you to see my facial expressions. I want you to see when I moan. And
okay.
I want you to see how my eyes roll to the back of my head. So I want you to see everything that's going on.
That's intimacy. You like intimacy.
I do.
I like that. I like intimacy as well. Everybody, y'all go pick up a copy of my girl book, Infidelity 1 and Infidelity 2. Will there be an Infidelity 3?
So no, I am working on a third book, which is called The Warmest Winter. And that's gonna be a standalone. It has nothing to do with infidelity.
Okay.
So y'all be looking out for that early 2025.
Will we still get the raunchy? Will we still get the sex in this
Still
book?
gonna get the raunchy and you still gonna get the sex.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Y'all tap into my girl Courtney Weaver's book, Infidelity 1 and 2, A Baton Rouge Story. Thank y'all so much for joining us on No Stone Unturned. Until next time, America.